I haven't done it in a while, and I need to do it, and I should do it. But when I first started with the investing, I did a fundamental analysis on almost every single company listed, and you should do that. You should do that, and that's what Warren Buffett does all day, every day. And even Eric Thomas said when he had a conversation face to face with Warren Buffett to give him business advice, Warren Buffett said he reads 5 to 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and Eric Thomas said he had to think about that. He said, and Eric Thomas said, "What do you read, books or whatnot?" And then Warren Buffett was like, no, I read fundamental analysis and information on companies. And then Eric Thomas was like, well, I'm trying to understand. And then he said, well, and then Eric Thomas said, I started thinking. And he said, well, fundamental analysis. So break it down more of what you're reading. And he's like, well, I'm reading past performances on companies and whatnot over the course of the years, and I'm reading all of them. And Eric Thomas started thinking. He said, and then it hit me. He was like, that's genius. And he said, the reason why it's genius is because if you're reading and learning about every single thing that everybody is doing in your field every single year, there's nothing that you're not going to know. There's nothing that you're not going to know. You want to be the best at what you're doing. You want to be the best basketball player. You need to know who the point guard is on every single team. To where when we're playing such and such, I know who I'm matching up. I can score 30 on him. Oh, okay. We're getting ready to play them. I know their wide receiver over here. I know he's easy. I can just dump it over to my wide receiver. That's touchdown all day. And really, if you want to be Kobe Bryant good, Michael Jordan good, Warren Buffett good, that's what you have to do. It's a different level.
What separates them is the IQ.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis said it too when he was sitting down with Bill Belichick, and he was like, man, one thing I will say about Tom Brady is, like, he was a student of football. Like, literally, he would sit and watch. I noticed he would sit and watch film on teams for hours. More so than just throwing a football and just actually having raw talent.
Yeah.
His thing was he would watch so much film that he said, Ray Lewis said it made him become very good. He said he got real good with the ticker. He said, one thing I learned playing against y'all, that the only way we were going to beat the Patriots if we and Ed Reed would sit there and just watch the ticker, which means rewind play, and just watch film for hours, because that was the only way you would beat the Patriots. It had nothing to do with, we have talent. It was mind games that they were playing.
Talent. Yeah, the mind game.
You're right, and you're right. It's more than just straight up just having a skill set. It's also having IQ, and all the best people have high IQ in their field. Whatever it is, they have high
IQ.
Michael Jordan obviously had ridiculous high IQ, obviously just like Kobe and any other great sports figure. Is their IQ? I would argue their IQ is almost better than their talent.
Yes.
Because they're students of the game. That's why they say student of the game.
Absolutely. Especially as they get older, where as you get older, youth is less on your side, but you become better.
You become better. Yep.
Mayweather had his toughest fights on his later years of his career, but that's when he had his best performances. When he was younger and he had youth, guys could actually touch him.
Yeah, true.
But later in his years, where he wasn't maybe as fast and hitting as hard, people could hit him less, and he was winning easier and making more money.
Isn't that funny?
And same thing with Jordan.
He didn't win his first championship till he was 31 or something like that. He was either 28 or 29 when he won his first NBA. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it was definitely later. Basically 8, 6, 7, 8, 9th year, 8, 6, 7, 8 year of the NBA, somewhere around there when he won.
Yeah, 6, I believe. 6.
Yeah.
So, even this is like a different industry, but Jay-Z didn't sell his first album till he was about 29. Rick Ross, it was like 30, 31.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is what it is, man. Some people don't even hit their prime until, and first of all, those guys have because they waited, I think that's what made them last longer.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Than coming in if he would have came in at 22. And then because if you come in early and you really don't, you could actually lose that momentum. You're done. As Jay-Z said, the rap industry or hip hop in general, or just being a musician in general, is like going in a river and you're going upstream. You're not, it's that the second you hit the game, you got to remain hot. And remaining hot is like going in a river and trying to progress in that river up the mountain, going in the current, not with the current. He said that's why it's so difficult to people remain hot, because hot is basically every year you have to be able to adjust your style and be able to go with considered what you think might be the new trend.
Yeah.
Music is a decade in music is really like 20, 30 years. That's why it's retirement. You're hot for 10 years. You're basically considered the greatest if you could do 10 years.
Yeah, you're a legend.